Johnson said, "There is no single effort more radical in its potential for saving the world than a transformation of the way we raise our children." So who am I? That's great. My name is Louise Balodi. I met my husband in college. Next month we'll be together 22 years. His name is Alan, and together we have two beautiful daughters, Isabella and Gabrielle, who are 10 and 12. They're here around somewhere. Both of them actually divinely came into the world on the same day. They have the same birthday, 2 years apart. So there's one of my little soul twins. That's Isabella. Say hi. So I'm the founder of Prana and Prana Parenting, which I created because I dreamt of experiencing a life focused on mindful living and mindful parenting, all based in nonviolence, peace, love, compassion, and respect. I really wanted to live a different way of life. So I'm just like you and everyone in many ways, so we live a very, very different lifestyle. As soon as I became pregnant, I thought to myself, if I was sharing food with my unborn baby, then perhaps we're also sharing thoughts, emotions, feelings, and energy. Then I became a mama, and my life's mission was to create a comfortable, safe, peace, connected family. And I experienced an awakening. I was ready to shift our whole world. I began to question everything, what we ate, how we would educate our girls, how we spoke to each other, and how we would handle life's challenges, emotions, and conflicts. I dreamt of having a connection to our girls that was so strong that I could lovingly guide them and love them the way that they actually needed me to love them. As a new mom, I found myself questioning all the current parenting methods. They didn't make any sense to me, but I felt very afraid to listen to my own intuition. I couldn't hear my inner voice. I heard everybody else's voice inside my head telling us what to do, how to live, what to eat, and what was best for our family. So, has anybody ever given you any type of advice before, especially unsolicited advice?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. How did you feel? Did you feel better? Did you feel worse? Did you feel confused? Did you feel pressured? Yeah. Or offended at times? So here's some examples of things that people said to us when the kids were really little. They said that the baby shouldn't fall asleep in the swing. They said that we shouldn't co-sleep. They said that our child should obey their elders and give hugs and greetings and proper manners as expected. They said, just eat it. Don't read the labels. Trust me, artificial food coloring is safe and FDA approved. They said we shouldn't homeschool and we should limit screen time. They said that we spend too much time together. And they said we shouldn't be vegetarian or vegan. We were also told that we would spoil them with love, but I'm not really sure how that's possible. I don't really know what that looks like. Can you have too much love in your life? Well, we did not listen. We broke all the traditional parenting rules. I listened to our family's needs above everybody else's, and I became an advocate for our girls and our family. Hi. I would do just about anything and everything in my power to nurture my loving connection with my family. And I became that mom. When our girls were little, I carried a folding toilet seat in my purse, just so their little tushies would not fall in a public toilet. I was also someone who used a toddler leash. I felt that the same people who were judging me for using the toddler leash were the ones who were shocked and surprised when something happened to a toddler on the news. But what did it cost me? What did I gain? For us, it was peace of mind to follow our hearts and do something that was comfortable for us. So I have also brought our own food and treats to holiday parties to support our eating decisions and our wellness and well-being. And I have spent hours helping to align my family's energy and working through their emotions. After 25 years of research, training, reading hundreds of books on personal transformation, on-the-job parenting experience for almost 13 years, we have discovered how to have a happy, healthy family built on partnership, awareness, harmony, higher consciousness. We call this the Prana method of parenting. I dreamt of creating our very own custom lifestyle with parenting methods to support our particular family's needs. So parenting today in our world is challenging. We are busier than ever and we have information overload. Things are different than they used to be. Our kids are being raised with electronics that we never had, and if you take a look at Lucy and Ricky, back in the 1950s, fathers weren't even allowed in the delivery room. So we have to accept that times have changed. You know, besides feeding our families, we have to learn now what is best to feed them. So it's really hard to prepare yourself for being a parent no matter what you read or observe, because until you experience it, you have no ideas what emotions will surface in you. And many people do not understand our modern challenges. We face more information than has ever been available, more decisions, and more options than ever. So besides figuring out how we're going to feed our children and what food we're going to give them, we have to figure out, is it organic? Is it non-GMO? What's in it? Is there any food coloring? So we have lots of new challenges. So what is the Prana method of parenting? It's basically an entire new lifestyle. It's a new way to view parenting. It's a cooperative parenting vision based on love, created with peace, mutual trust, mutual respect, awareness, intention, nonviolence, positive influence, emotional intelligence, intuition, compassion, empathy, vulnerability, connection, and fun. I like to say it's partnership parenting, which is very different from the authoritarian type of parenting that most of us were raised from and most of us are familiar with. In an authoritarian parenting family, it can be explained as power over the child instead of power with. Power with is partnership parenting. So connected-based parenting where you're on the same team and you become a mindful parent who actually has awareness about themselves and a connection to their own intuition and feelings first so they can connect with others. It's parenting with love instead of fear. This is a new way of life. And so while there may not be any official guide with all the answers to help us decide what we are doing, we can decide how we want to feel, how we want to speak, and how we want to think. We can make a decision to become a Prana parent. Our biggest commitment to our family was to be mindful of where we focus our energy and our time. Our children watch us. They don't really learn from us. They learn what we model them. So they hear us how we speak, they see what we read, and they see how we live and react in everyday life. This is the stuff that they are learning. And we feel the greatest gift that we can give our children, even when times are tough for us in the world, is continuous unconditional love and constant awareness of our own energy. This is not a life of perfection. It doesn't mean that we're perfect. It means that we're aware of our energy so we understand when we need to work on raising it, and we understand that we're responsible for the energy that we bring to our families. I believe that there's no way to wish for peace and harmony unless we are actually willing to offer it and be it first. Our thoughts, language, and actions must align with peace, love, and kindness if we would like to see peace in the world. So I like to say peace is not something we wish for. Peace is something we offer to the world. If we want peace, we must be peaceful. So instead instead of the typical parenting scenario where we're focused on the behavior of the child, we like to focus on emotions. And what are emotions telling us? Emotions are our guidance system. They're letting us know clues as to what's going on for us. So as parents, we can become like investigators. I call them Prana Boost investigators. So we're not looking to prevent emotions. We're looking to work towards mastering coping skills for when everyone shows their emotions. Because everybody will show their emotions at some point. So this method of parenting is actually focused on the behavior and the discipline of the parent in addition to the child, not just the child. So in order to live this type of lifestyle, you have to be very committed in your faith and in your decision to live life in a nonviolent way. So we all experience conflict and emotions and challenges, but if you understand how you want to feel and you have a vision for your family, you can always come back to that foundation. So people everywhere say to me, it's not possible to parent this way. I can't be peaceful. If I don't yell, my kids won't listen. It's impossible for us to be kind. We are taught that we must punish our children. They tell us that we're making a mistake and that this is the way that they were parented and this is the way it's always been. Well, I have this to say to them. How can any of these statements actually be true if we are in fact living this way? We are living a happy, loving, connected, peaceful, mindful, aware consciousness in our family. So what does this mean? That means that we are aware of our behavior and our emotions and our energy, and we understand that if something's going on, and if something's not in alignment, and if somebody's not feeling good, we need to go in and help that person because we love them and care about them. So there's no need to punish somebody for their emotions. We're just actually being human. So all of us are focused on our emotional awareness and intelligence and focus on connecting with each other. All of this is possible in any family. All of it. And what people oftentimes don't see is they see us out in the world and they say, oh, you guys are so happy and connected and peaceful. And I say, you have no idea how much commitment and time and energy we have spent working on that connection at home before we even came out. So what if I told you that you could actually create your own custom lifestyle that supports your family's needs? Would you be willing to consider new ways to view parenting? Would you be able to learn new ways to handle life's challenges, conflict, emotional emergencies? Rather than focus on outcomes, I invite you to create a vision that aligns with your soul and your family's particular needs, desires, and beliefs. I have actually created a new online course where I'm going to be teaching all of these concepts and helping people understand how to rewrite their belief systems, how to change their mind and their thoughts, and what is a belief? A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking over and over again. It's not written in stone. It's totally possible to change your mind. And so I invite you to think about changing your mind about parenting and setting your family up for success. This course will teach you the tools and the strategies that we have used in our own families. And part of the problem is people don't create a vision for their family. They just sort of go along subconsciously and react to life's challenges and emotions. So if we can actually set intentions and create a vision for our family, we can decide that we can live a different life. So as Gandhi said, we have to be the change we wish to see in the world. We can't watch the news. We can't listen to our friends, we can't talk to neighbors and family members and be surprised when things happen in our world. We have to be the change. We have to start within our home because peace begins in our home. So it's time to raise our standards. It's time to believe in what's possible. When revolutionizing the car industry, Henry Ford said, if I asked people what they would have wanted, they would have said a faster horse. They didn't know what to wish for. They didn't understand that a peaceful family was even something that was possible or could benefit them. The benefits of it are amazing to your immune system, to your soul, to your energy levels, to everything that affects your well-being. So I invite you to join me in taking responsibility for our lives and our choices and our families. It's time to step up our games and require ourselves to open our minds and learn new ways to interact with our children and with our families. So how can you learn more if anybody's interested? There's many places that you can find me. You can go to my website, which is pranaboost.com. You can like us on Facebook. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I actually have a podcast show called The Prana Boost Show. And you can find us on all sorts of social media. And we are actually living proof. We are living proof that it's possible to create the family of your dreams. And I'm here to help. So if anybody has any questions. Pardon?
Thank you.
Thank you.